Well, hello everybody, I am Fracture and this is Let's Play Dragon Age Origins on the PC. Now, I just finished the Soldier's Peak quest so that I would have the permanent treasure chest here. I'm still very early in the game though. One of the things I kind of missed out on, or I thought I missed out on, was the history, all of this Soldier's Peak information. There is one more item inside the castle, and you need to find all 4 pieces of this chapter 1 through 4 of the history of the Soldier's Peak. Now, the first time I played, I was wise enough to take a look at this statue because this is one of the pieces of information. Then I died and forgot to look at it. Now I completed Soldier's Peak and I have stepped outside and I'm a little worried it won't let me back in. It may. I know that if you leave and come back, you are no longer allowed inside the keep. But it's still giving me the arrow, so let's see. Okay, I may have lucked out. Because once you have all 4 pieces of the Soldier's Keep information, if I know my way around, and I don't. I was going in the right direction in the first place. There is a fireplace just up the stairs that has a painting above it. Now I think even the very first time I found this, it was through cheating. You can see now, Asturian's portrait, I can look at it. Prior to going and looking at that statue, I could not. So let's look and see if the history tells us about this. As I said, the first time I did this, I think it was a cheat. I think... are we going to be able... Yes, here. History of the Soldier's Peak. The Grey Warden base at Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of the Glory Age, several decades after the Second Blight was ended. Before then, Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to the generous nobles. Warden Commander Gaspar Asturian desired a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned that Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspawn and the archdemon Zazakel was fresh in the minds of the Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Asturian's fortress. The Soldier's Peak was fully completed within 10 years and dedicated to the Maker in 934 glory. 10 years? Wow, that's not bad. As he approached his 60th year, rumors swirled that the corruption in the Warden Commander Asturian's blood was beginning to take its toll. According to reports from that time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldier's Peak. It is said that Asturian would spend hours locked up alone in the great hall of the base, muttering to himself, though no one was able to make out what he was saying. Many also believe that Asturian began in secret to draw up plans to expand his fortress, adding to its hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration had become obvious to anybody who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Halwick. Asturian was taken to Orzammar, where he submitted to the calling, the last rite of the Grey Wardens, and went to his death with honor. Ah, sounds like they do a little bit of euthanasia in the Grey Wardens. After Asturian's death, rumors and theories became increasingly outlandish. One of the more ridiculous rumors told of Asturian's infatuation with an elven princess of Lore, whom he was trying to resurrect in a secret... We read this one. Well, I'll continue it anyway. I read it in the previous video. Whom he was trying to resurrect in a secret ritual chamber through the use of blood magic and Princess's favorite fruit, raspberry jam. Warden Commander Friedrich Halwick launched a thorough investigation into Asturian's secret plans, but was unable to uncover any evidence that anything in the Soldier's Peak had been changed. Commander Halwick declared that the rumors about Asturian were a slight on his memory and that anyone found in repeating them would be harshly punished. The stories were silenced. There was one mystery, however, that persisted, and this mystery perplexed even Commander Halwick herself. When Commander Asturian went to his calling in the deep roads, he did not have in his hand his sword, Asturian's might. forged for him by the dwarven smiths and presented to him upon the completion of Soldier's Peak. Nor did he pass the sword to his successor, or any other Grey Warden. While some maintained that Asturion had simply destroyed the sword in his dotage, others believed he had stashed it away somewhere in Soldier's Peak. One young warden claimed that Asturion had once grabbed him by the shoulders, fixed him with an unwavering gaze, and said, the sword will remind you what it is to be a warden. Speak your oath to me. When shadows come, you must speak the words. What this was supposed to mean was never made clear. Okay, so there is a hint that we must speak the oath. And there is a portrait of Asturion here, and he has his sword in his hand. So I suppose that's another hint.
And so I shall.
You found an old painting, one dating back to Commander Asturion's times. Perhaps Asturion history points to this. Recite the Grey Warden oath. Oh, look at that. So, there we go. Now, I'd been concerned that we'd missed out on this. I really thought we had, because I thought we were going to be locked out of the castle. But, as luck would have it, we were not. And I'm very pleased of this, because of a few things. I think most of this is random, but there's Asturion's Might, a really nice sword, and it is enchantable. So Alistair gets himself a new toy. And this, I really like. I read this on the internet, and that's when I decided to try and figure out if I could do this. A Shadow Belt, plus 3% critical chance, and reduces hostility. Perfect for the rogue in me. And especially considering I don't currently wear anything around my waist. What could be more perfect? So let's immediately equip the belt. So there we go. 3% melee critical hit chance may not sound like much, but it's quite good. Critical hits are the favorite of a rogue, and reduces hostility. That's a huge benefit, because if Alistair can maintain hostility, I can spend much more time backstabbing. So what could be better than that? And of course, a golden change is great. This early in the game, a gold, that's a lot of money. So, and Alistair, let's check that new sword that we picked up. I'm quite sure this new one will be much better, but you may be unable to wield it. There we are, Asturion's Might. Now you can wield it. Let's see if it's better. 8-4, same critical chance, same penetration, same strength modifier, 2% damage versus plus 1.5 armor penetration. Weakens nearby dark spawn. Well, that's beneficial to the entire group. I do like the... Wow, that's a coin flip. Who else uses swords? Nobody right now. That really is a bit of a coin flip. Boy, tough call, tough call. I think I will leave it the way it is. We're not seeing a great deal of darkspawn right now, and his being able to heal him is more important. Of course, we won't sell that sword. And onward. We may now leave the castle. And exit and come back. So now when I do leave, that will be the last time I can go inside. So I'll do a full save of Avernus's Tower. Whoops. Oh. Not enough room open. There we go. And once I leave, it is locked permanently. But you do gain benefit from it. Geez, how far do I have to go? Oh, not far. Yes. And we will return now. Where is he going? Alright. And just for the leaving and returning, we now have this. A permanent storage chest. And I imagine there's some limitation to it. I don't think I've ever come across it. And I'm guessing by the time you hit the limit of the storage chest, there's plenty of stuff in it that is so old and outdated that you just dump it in your inventory and sell it to the vendors. Like all this kind of stuff. But I'm going to move some of the stuff I do want to keep. Like that and that. We'll be coming back with those. Winter's Breath, of course. We'll want that later. Let's see. Where is... Oh, it doesn't look like I can move... Oh, Warden Commander's armor. Boots. Requires 26 strength. Actually, we'll have to... And gloves. 26 strength. Does that mean Alistair can wear those? I think he had 26 strength, or he's very close, anyway. And what I was looking for was that other armor that I had, but I do not see it. It was special DLC armor. Dragon's Blood armor or something? Maybe I sold it. Oh well. Okay, any of this stuff? No, nothing worth getting rid of. It is worth... Let's see, difficult to find ichor somewhere. Corpses. Poison. Spirit shard. I think I'll just sell. We need more flasks.
Well, all
so
right.
there we go. Now this is interesting because I think I may have lost some armor I wanted to keep. But we'll dress you as the Warden Commander. Where's the other piece? 6 plus 4 to attack. Oh, so there's no chest piece for Warden Commander? Oh yeah, I'm wearing it. Doi. This is massive armor, but, well, his stamina is still quite good. Alright. I'll buy that. Do we have a better helmet for him yet? Doesn't look like it. Heavy metal shield, 6. Missile deflection, 6. Strength modifier, 1. I wonder if 2 defense is worth losing that plus 4 to attack. Yeah, looks better. Alright, whatever. I won't notice that plus 4 to attack disappear. Now, I'm quite sure I don't want my... What am I wearing? I'm wearing chainmail, and splint mail is the same. Scale is slightly better and not that much more damaging in terms of fatigue is the word I'm looking for. And she's got splint mail. And Morrigan, of course. As always. Just carrying around whatever she has found. She's wearing that little number. Alright, so I don't know what happened to that other piece of armor. Wouldn't surprise me if I sold it in a fit of money grubbing. But then again, you'd think I would have noticed it. I was selling something worth many gold. You know the one I mean, right? It was grayed out and it's like dragon armor. I don't know, maybe I gave it to Sten? Ah.
Welcome back, Warden. As you can see, we've been busy. Cleaned the place up a bit. Even my brother Mikhail came out of hiding. Never will you find a finer smith. Also got some goods stored here that might interest you. Buy them now before my cousins move it all someplace else.
Well, I'd like to see your wares.
Certainly.
First things first. Potions. I need empty jars. And do you not have any empty jars? Is that not where empty jars go? No, empty jars are right here. You only have 5 of them though. Well, so much for a discount. I think that was the same price that they were selling them for in town.